time no see. Yeah, again, apologies about that.
No problem.
As we're going to do press conference previewing Saturday's game against Manchester City at the Etihad. We'll start with broadcast media. We'll do 10 minutes broadcast, 10-minute writers. We'll finish at 2 o'clock. Gary, when you're ready.
Thank you, Marco, for your time. Sad news about Neeskens just coming through.
Yes, it's the reality, unfortunately for us. Happened with Neeskens Kebano. Sad news for us as a football club, for us as a group, and personally for me as a manager. Top guy, top lad, great professional, and a happy guy, if I can say, happy football player. Really a strong character inside our dressing room, and everyone loves him in this football club. I'm really pleased to have him the last 15 months under me, and of course now we have just one way to deal with the situation: support him as more as you can in everything, to make him feel better again and feel happy again. And I know that Neeskens is happy when he's in our dressing room and on the pitch as well, and this is the main thing for us. Apart from that, of course, in terms of football and our team, of course, we are stronger with him. Now we don't have him. It's a moment for some of the others to pop up, because I think it was enjoyable to see how Neeskens performed since I joined this football club, since last season, how he performed when everyone was saying that probably nothing more will come from Neeskens, and last season he proved that. This season, beginning of the season, everyone was saying, okay, Premier League is too much for him, and the reality that he started so well the season and he keeps showing his quality, I was really pleased for that. Now I have to support him everything in the way I can, as more as I can, and to make him to feel better again and happy, and will be on the pitch after some months.
Well said, yeah, very, very sad, and we wish him well. On a brighter note, you managed to get a win on Saturday, and of course that's no easy task. You'll be in the top 6 at least for a few hours. What does that say about your progress here at Fulham?
No, first of all, we have been playing really well so far. This is the main thing for us. As I promised to you, since the end of last season, the beginning of this season, when you were asking me if what we have to change, if we are changing some things or not, I told you that we'll keep the same philosophy, we'll keep the same idea, and will not make sense for us after 12 months, and very good 12 months, to change everything just because we play a different competition, even if the competition is the best and the most difficult in the world, that is Premier League. Of course, we are pleased that the way we are playing, the way we are improving we as a collective, improving our individual players as well, and getting results, making our fans really proud the way you are playing, the way you are matching all our opposition sides as well. And this is the main thing for us, but that is Premier League. We played just 13 games. We have much more to play, and of course we have to keep improving and keep embracing the challenge every single week. The next one will be probably one of the most difficult ones at this level, my opinion, against the best team in this competition, probably one of the best in the world as well. Top quality around all over the pitch as well, with a philosophy or an idea that is really difficult to play against, with one of the best, if not the best manager in the world as well. Okay, means the target is really, and the challenge is really tough for us, but we have to embrace it. We had a good example last season when we played against them in the FA Cup as well. Our first half, it was really good, and if you ask me if you can repeat that first half, I will be delighted, because the way you played that first half was really impressive for me as a manager, and we will try to replicate the same thing again, because it will be really tough. But it's tough for Fulham, like it's tough for all the clubs around the world if they play in Etihad.
Pep didn't know when he was doing his news conference ahead of the Champions League whether Haaland would be fit enough to play on Saturday. You'll be keeping your fingers crossed that he isn't, I guess. Okay,
top striker. The impact that he made in that squad, in Premier League as well. We know how they are really tough when they play home. The average goal scored is impressive. They have at home this season in Premier League, almost more than 4 goals per game as average when playing at home, and is an impressive number at level that they are playing. And of course, Haaland is a key player for them. Let's see, he's more for Pep than for us. We prepare the game, and we are preparing the game thinking that he will play, and after we have to wait for some time before the kick-off to know.
You've got a top quality big striker who loves to score and knows where the goal is as well. Can you compare the two? Are the comparisons in your eyes?
It's difficult to compare, and I think it's unfair even to compare. I know that you know that I'm delighted to have Mitrovic with us. 100% sure that Pep is delighted to have Haaland with them as well. All the other things we cannot compare. They are different profiles as strikers. Of course, I repeat again, I'm delighted to have Mitro with us.
Would you swap your guy for their guy?
It's something. It's not. I think it's something really difficult to talk about. What I can tell you that if a squad can have the ball, will be an amazing two solutions as a striker and different ones. But I think it's unfair. It's unfair comparison. Something to compare between both because it's not. And even is not. Fair to compare City with Fulham in this situation. We have to be realistic. We know what club you are. We know that you are humble enough to understand the situation as well. But I just want to say that I'm delighted to have Mitrovic with us.
If I leave Haaland out of the equation, would you swap your guy for any other striker in the world apart from Haaland?
No, I don't. We have to be realistic, and I'm really realistic in my job. You know, I know what I'm doing. I know what type of club I am as well, and I prefer to go in the realistic way. In the realistic way that we have Mitrovic and Carlos Vinicius as a striker, and I'm here to work with both. I'm delighted to have both with me as well. And what I have to do is to keep taking the best from them, and I think we are doing it well. Mitro under us. In 58 games, he scored, I think, 53 goals, or 52. That is a really, really impressive number. And we have to keep doing the same.
Just coming to the end, give someone else a chance. Just a couple about Willian, another impressive performance against Everton. He's 34, but he's 4 years younger than fellow Brazilian, Thiago Silva. He's only got a year here. Do you think you consider extending his time given how well he's playing?
Let's see. It's a conversation. As I had the conversation with him before he signed with us, and it was clear, and it was a good chat between me and him, and we'll have in the future for sure again. I want to enjoy to have William with us as more as I can, and I think our fans, they want to see the same from him every single week. And he's another one that I'm here to take the best from him, to get the best from him, and this is the thing. Always trying to learn every single day, even if he's at 34. Always really pleased to come to train every single day, and after his performance is being really good. I know that is much more to come, definitely much more to come. I'm pleased to see how he's performing, how he's enjoying every single match, how he's working, because he's not just on the ball, he's off the ball, how he's working, how he's helping his teammates as well. And more than that, to see him happy is really important for me as a manager, and to see our fans really pleased to see William with our shirt is something that makes me really, really happy as well.
And finally, for me, no other Brazilian in Premier League history has played more Premier League games after Saturday.
No, it's a great number for him. Great number for him. I know that, and all our group they know it as well. And I think is a fantastic number in terms of appearance for William. Show the quality, yes, because for you to have so many games at this level is not an easy thing. And I hope that much more to come with the Fulham shirt.
Hi Marco.
Hi.
First of all, we know about knee skins. Any other team news over the weekend?
As you know, we had a session this morning. Tomorrow we have another session. Of course, we keep working with them, assess all the players, and after you take some decisions to the match. But until now, no.
I was at the Man City-Brighton game a couple of weeks ago. Brighton took the game to City. Their manager says you can't go to the Etihad and just defend for 90 minutes. You have to attack. I'm guessing you're of a similar mindset?
We have to, because you know that because they do against all the teams in the world, they'll take the ball from you because they have this capacity. I don't know what will be the percentage, but for sure will not be the same than the last few games that we played, because I think the last few games we had almost always the more possession than the last two at home for sure. Against Leeds probably was balance between both teams, but I think because they have the capacity to do this against all the teams that they play against more in the Etihad, for sure they will have more the ball than us. Even if you don't want, they will have, of course, but when you have the ball, you have to express ourselves, we have to attack them. And I said before, the number of goals they have been scoring at home this season is being impressive, I can say. I think probably more than 4 as average at home. And of course, if you don't try to attack them, if you don't try to score, probably your chances to get a good result will be really low. And of course, we have to do it. I think we had a good example last season when we played there against them. In that first half that we did, and you took many positives from that game, and we have to try to repeat the same things. Of course, it will be a different game, different season as well. They are aware about our quality for sure. I know that, but we have to try to attack them.
I imagine the way the season's gone so far, there's quite a lot of confidence in the camp. Does that mean that you're looking forward to the test of the Etihad rather than maybe being fearful as some newly promoted teams might be?
Will not change. Okay, we can change some details in our strategy. We can change some things in our strategy as well, because they are really strong. But of course, as a philosophy, as a desire, we will not change. We will not change because it's the way we are playing so far this season against all the teams. I will not change because we are playing against the best team in this competition.
Are they a bit of a unique proposition? There's many good teams out there, but you were talking about when you go to the Etihad, they'll have the ball regardless, despite whatever you try and do. Are they a unique proposition, Manchester City?
They are different than all the others. They are, and we have to be realistic. We have top teams in this competition, and they are not even in the top of the table, because we have to give the credits for Arsenal, the way they are playing, the way they are getting good results, and the way they are doing a fantastic season, in my opinion, as well. Of course, I don't want to be unfair with the team that is in the top right now, that is Arsenal. But of course, they are different. And probably they are the most difficult one to play against, in my opinion, as well. And not just in Premier League. I think if you talk around the Europe as well, I think many managers they will agree with me. But okay, they are different. They have the quality, but for sure some teams can compete and can beat them or can get good results against them. And let's hope we can see the first ones. It will be really difficult for us, but it's our obligation to try.
Just finally from me, Gary mentioned that you could go into the top 6, 19 points. Are you ahead of schedule in terms of where you are, the points that you've got on the board already?
No, I think we could deserve even more the way we are playing. I think in some games we could deserve more. I think last game is a good example. If you push a little bit back to 2 or 3 games against Bournemouth at home, I think we could deserve even more. I think we got the points that we deserve. Probably more will be fair, and we are pleased with that. The position at the table now is not the most important thing for us. We want to get as more points as we can. We want to be out of some dangerous positions that if for some reason we'll be there, we have to deal with it. But if you can be in a different position, it will be better for us, and just with the good results. And more than that, with the good performance, we'll be closer to win matches.
Thank you, Marco.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Sam, did you have a broadcast question?
Yeah, just a couple. Hi, Marco.
Hi.
I just wanted to check, you mentioned team news, but I wanted to check on Kurzawa and Babu and Solomon.
Solomon not. Kurzawa trained with the team all this week, and Kevin is fit. We didn't have problems with Kevin so far. Kevin last week was not in the squad list. Was technical this season, just was not. Nothing with this because he was fit. About Kurzawa, he trained all the week with the team. With Solomon, will be just around January. We'll be ready.
And Harry Wilson was so important for you last season, and he's just coming back from injury. How are you managing that, and how impressed have you been with his recovery from that so far?
Okay, he needs time. He needs game time. More than time in training sessions, he needs game time to get in his best form. That is the thing with Harry. As you know, he's an important player for us, different profile than what we have in out wide players. With the left foot, he's the only one that can play with the left foot on the right side as well, and he's an important one for us. good to see him again. Last few games against Leeds, he started, played around 60 minutes, was in a good level. But I know, and he knows as well, that he can do much better. Now it's a matter of the games will give for him the confidence that he needs.
And one for the Wales fans, do you think he'll be fully fit in time for the World Cup?
Will be. He's ready. If I decide for him to start the next one, we'll be ready to play all match if I decide. He needs more game time to win a little bit more confidence to get his best form as well, because he's ready to play if I decide to play.
Thanks, Andy. We move on to the written press.